The shocking discovery of what it means to dream about kneeling that you should know. When you find yourself kneeling in a dream, it often symbolizes a sense of humility or submission. Something in your waking life makes you feel you must bend the knee or show some sort of respect. If you've been dealing with challenges or going through a rough time, your subconscious might be urging you to seek support or guidance from others. For a lot of people, admitting that they need help is one of the most humbling experiences they need to go through. Sure, it's a stressful situation, but your mind is telling you that humility can go a long way and might be the way to truly deal with situations that you felt that you've been struggling with for a long time. You will be surprised when you know the meaning of a dream about kneeling in front of someone. Dreaming about kneeling in front of someone often reflects feeling of deep respect. It might be your brain's way of telling you that you're in a situation where you need to show deference. At the very least, your mind is telling you that you don't know everything and that there are pre-existing orders or situations that you just need to defer to somebody else's experience or authority. In real life, evaluate your feelings regarding this issue and pay close attention to your dynamics with people in power or authority. Are there any situations where you need to be more respectful or humble? Be aware of your actions and feelings in such situations. You will never forget the real meaning of dreaming about kneeling in a river, and here is why. Dreaming about kneeling in a river usually symbolizes a connection with your emotions and inner self. Rivers often represent the flow of life and emotions, and when you're down on your knees in one of these rivers, it's like you're diving head first into your feelings, and you know that at some point you need help. At the very least, you know that you're in over your head, involved in something that you really can't control. And if you're not alone in that river, the presence of others might suggest a need for collaboration or help in navigating your emotional journeys together. Do not ignore a dream about kneeling while praying, and here is why. Dreaming about kneeling while praying signifies a deep connection with your spirituality. It's like your subconscious sends a prayer flag asking for help, clarity, or a sense of purpose. It might also reflect your conscience, highlighting some sort of moral dilemma or the need for forgiveness. If you're going through a tough time, seek solace in your faith or connect with your inner emotional self. This might give you the serenity and peace that you need to move forward. The shocking meaning of a dream about kneeling with someone. Dreaming about kneeling with someone usually hints of a unity made possible through forgiveness and reconciliation. Usually, this dream is all about your relationships or connection with people. It could also reflect conflicts or unresolved issues between the two of you. In this context, you want to kneel so as to gain some sort of closure or serenity and sense of harmony, but obviously it's not happening. In real life, this type of dream is a reminder that you need to nurture and appreciate your personal bonds. You should be worried when you dream about kneeling during a funeral, and here is why. Dreaming of kneeling at a funeral often symbolizes feelings of grief, respect, or even guilt. It's like your subconscious mind is trying to process some heavy guilt or internal conflict. And when you see yourself kneeling in a funeral, you are being reminded of your need to show respect or grief for things that you do not understand or things that have passed on. This dream could also be about letting go of something in your life. Maybe it's a past trauma. Maybe it's some sort of loss or conflict or changed mindset. Reflect on your emotions about loss or pay respects to someone you've lost touch with. Reach out to someone you miss or deal with your unresolved emotions with them. The chilling meaning of a dream about kneeling at night that will surprise you. Dreaming about kneeling at night often symbolizes humility or reverence in your waking life. It could mean you're grappling with the feelings of respect for things that you cannot fully know. And this is perfectly okay, because for the most part, we cannot know everything. Or it might suggest that you're acknowledging someone's expertise or higher authority. To apply this to your waking life, take a moment to reflect on what's been going on in your world lately and be honest about how much control you really have over different areas of your life. Start there. Explore your emotions, actions, or relationships and see how this leads to a better version of you. Do not ignore a dream about kneeling towards someone, and here is why. Dreaming about kneeling to someone can reflect feelings of submission or respect toward that person. It might signify that you look up to them, value their opinion, or even desire their approval. It could be like you owe them an apology or want to make amends. You will not believe the meaning of a dream about kneeling in a church. Your subconscious might be telling you to take a step back and let go of your need for 100% day-to-day rationality. Instead, ponder your faith, focus on your values, and see if they line up with your actions on a day-to-day basis. Kneeling in a church might also indicate that you're tied up with all sorts of guilt or a desire for forgiveness if you've been grappling with some sort of moral dilemma lately. Conversely, it can signify a need for support or a desire to connect with your spiritual side. The startling meaning of a dream about kneeling before your enemy. Dreaming about kneeling before your enemy might necessarily mean you're showing weakness or submission or undue fear. Remember, the more you look at a problem, the bigger and more powerful it seems. It might be your brain's way of processing unresolved conflict or fear. It reminds you to stand your ground and not give in to someone causing you trouble. Ultimately, people can only defeat you if you give them permission. Do not ignore a dream about kneeling before a woman. Here's why. Dreaming about kneeling before a woman usually reflects a sense of admiration towards someone in your waking life. It is not necessarily about gender. It's more about the dynamics of power, authority, or influence that the woman represents to you. In real life, reflect on your recent interactions with people in authority or people that you find attractive of some level or other, and pay close attention to how you really feel about them. The unexpected meaning of a dream about kneeling before a pastor. Dreaming about kneeling before a pastor or a priest often taps into respect, guidance, and spiritual reflection themes. In most cases, it's your mind's way of highlighting a need for guidance or seeking wisdom. Remember, for the most part, you are not the best expert in most things in your life. Other people know more than you. Understand this, be at peace with this fact, and get necessary help. Sometimes kneeling before a pastor in a dream might be more about authority figures in your life and your attitude towards them. Think about your boss or maybe your parents. It could be your brain's way of saying you're feeling subservient or you have some issues dealing with authority. You should pay attention to your dreams when you dream about kneeling before a man, and here is why. It's like your subconscious mind's way of showing some respect, and maybe you're dealing with someone who holds authority or significance, and the key here is your level of comfort. Please understand that they're just doing their job. They're just living their lives. It is all up to you to reflect on your relationships and come up with realistic coping mechanisms on how to handle disparities in authority, expertise, and power. Why should you act fast if you dream about kneeling in front of an altar? Dreaming about kneeling at an altar usually hints at a deep connection between your spiritual and emotional self and significant aspects of your past. There may be some sort of disconnect. There might be a need for some sort of closure. Sometimes it could symbolize a desire for a fresh start or a need to make a solemn promise or a commitment. Whether you're bowing to someone's greatness, seeking forgiveness, or surrendering to a situation, it's all metaphorical. It's all about a symbolic tap on your shoulder for deeper self-knowledge. If you like this revelation about kneeling in dreams, click the like button and subscribe, and let us know what you think about this interpretation in the comments. If you had the dream that you want interpreted, leave the details in the comments and we'll get to it. Thank you for your time.